Hello everybody, it's EzraTime again here and welcome back to another reaction videos, and today I'm gonna be reacting to the game theory video by MatPat once again, and it's called FNAF Security Breach. I know the big twist, I think, which again MatPat obviously gonna call a big twist for the Security Breach game, which I think is gonna be released in December, and I don't know if I can play it, but we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure some FNAF fans and FNAF community out there in general is prepping themselves for the FNAF Security Breach, so I just can't wait to see what the game looks like. It looks incredible based on the trailer, so I really can't wait to see what the story or the lore was. And apparently MatPat is trying to predict the twist here. I think I don't think this is the first time MatPat is trying to predict the twist. And sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. At the end of the day, it's just a theory. Like he said. And before we start, I want to say something first. So in the last video that I posted, apparently Abis119 commented that he actually posted the episode 11 for season 1 chapter 2, or you could say the first episode for season 1 chapter 2 of his series, and he does inform me. So Abis119, if you're actually watching this, then I'm sorry if I don't exactly react to it yet. I'll probably check it out tomorrow, because right now pretty much game theory video is my number one prioritize right now, so sorry for that, but I will react to your video soon enough, so don't worry about that. And then KDSFM, who actually answered to my question that about the last Freddy Fazbear show, that apparently there is a war between him and Mackenzie, which is the writer for the Freddy Fazbear show, the Freddy TV special. I think I kind of forget, which is the last episode that I react to, the last video. And apparently there is a 4 episode that they made together, and I did found a playlist on your channel, KD. I mean, you did tell me, so I'm probably gonna check it out, if you don't mind, which sooner obviously. But right now, I'm gonna react to the game theory video, so I hope you guys don't mind. Abis119 and KDSFM, so I hope you two doesn't mind it if I react to this video first, before I react to your video. So so without further ado, let's just get into the theory, shall we? Hang on, I need to control the volume first. Okay. Oops. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Alright, Saki Cam Fredbear. Sorry. Saki Fredbear. There's a lot of purple guy, by the way. And there's purple guy in the team. Oh. Oh, Springtrap.
Welcome to Game Theory,
Hey,
the show that's always a bloody good time. Today, we have a few massive announcements before we get to the episode, so please skip to here if you're not interested in them, but I don't think you should do that because these aren't things you're going to want to miss. First and most importantly, mark your calendars, because on Tuesday, December 1st, right here on this channel, I am unveiling our biggest project ever. And I don't take that lightly. The Game Theory $1 million challenge. It's an all-day live stream to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and their fight to end childhood cancer. This show, I cannot express to you how massive it is. Like, I know that we did a St. Jude live stream last year and we were successfully able to raise $1.3 million, which was incredible, but this year's show is like 10 times that size. And honestly, the reason for it is, I don't know about you, but I've been missing a sense of normalcy in 2020, and so for this show, I've really tried to pull out all the stops and call in all the favors to try and deliver you a show that is unlike anything that YouTube has seen this year especially, but just in general. We've already got ourselves 25 confirmed guests, ranging all the way from Mr. Beast and ZHC, who are going to be giving away thousands of dollars in prizes to you guys watching and donating at home. We've got the Try Guys and Rosanna Pansino, some of my favorite people on the platform, doing some insane food challenges with us. Odd Ones Out is going to be there, just being the amazing guy he is. Mark Rober, former NASA scientist Mark Rober, is coming on and cooking up some science to throw in my face during the stream live. Suffice it to say, I'm gonna wind up pretty messy. And don't even get me started, because I'm in the process of arranging the highest IQ game of Among Us ever, with the likes of Disguised Toast and Vsauce 3, Veritasium, Physics Girl, Dream. Like, that is some big-brained gameplay that's going to be happening there.
Man,
Oh yeah,
all
and I
kinda
should probably
sucks.
also mention the new
Sorry.
FNAF project that I'm working on with Scott that allows you at home to play against some of the kings of FNAF that you watch on YouTube each and every week. So will these kings of FNAF be able to beat the game when you are trying to actively sabotage them? We're going to have to find out. Long story short, this is going to be a day full of the best of YouTube, all to benefit the best of causes. St. Jude, a hospital that, if you don't remember from last year, treats children with cancer for free. The families do not pay a dime for their child's treatment. And then St. Jude takes it one step further and passes those scientific learnings on to the rest of the world, which means that one child treated at St. Jude literally translates to 1,000 treated around the world. It's just an incredible organization that is doing some of the most important work for some of the most important patients out there. And I know that in a year full of important causes, there's been a lot to donate to, but St. Jude's work is as important as ever and harder than ever given the challenges of 2020. So I know that this one is a few weeks away, but please, please, please mark your calendars and consider being there. If everything goes right, it should be an incredible day of joy and celebration in a year that's otherwise been really rough. So come take a break with us, come support a great cause, and just have fun, you know? Secondly, speaking of partnering with Scott Cawthon, new Theoryware is available right now. Links are right below this video, right in time to keep you all snuggled and warm for the holiday season. That includes some amazing winter goodies like this super soft plushy blanket, which you can cuddle up with while you're doing your new 500-piece game theory puzzle. Yeah, that's right. We made an official game theory puzzle that's filled with all sorts of references to both this channel and GT Live. There's also a fantastic structured zip-up hoodie with embroidered patches, a varsity jacket for anyone who likes more of a female cut item, and this, actually the thing I'm wearing right now, a red vegan leather jacket, which is probably my favorite item that I've ever built. I built this thing from the ground up for you guys, literally stitch by stitch. I took my favorite red jacket of all time, the red jacket that you've probably seen in countless other videos, and I rebuilt it to be this new thing that's cruelty-free and with a lot of additional details that I've always wanted, like this pocket right here. It's called a media pocket for things like your Nintendo Switch or if you have a tablet or anything like that. But not everything is going to be so cheery and bright this year, friends, because there's a dark twist to this merch launch. Theoryware X FNAF. The animatronics have taken over. Death coins are on the loose, and we've officially partnered with Five Nights at Freddy's itself to create this monstrosity. The first official joint game theory and FNAF project ever. It's not every day that you get an ugly Christmas sweater with pizza detailing. Grab it now before it grabs you. I'm also really proud of this hoodie I helped to create based off of everyone's favorite low-paying security guard position at your local pizzeria. So may your days be merry and bright, and may your nights be scary and full of fright. Anyway, like I said, links for all of that stuff is down below this video. So, as you might be able to tell, between planning the live stream and working on the merch, there has been a lot going on. And in the middle of it all, more FNAF. FNAF Security Breach got its first trailer out during a PlayStation 5 announcement event, and man, does this new game look incredible.
Yeah, man.
Gregory, your friends are
Just look at the
worried
trailer,
about
it's
you.
great.
Long gone are the days of just looking at static-filled still image camera feeds, my friends. And before we move on, can I just say how cool it is to see an indie franchise started by one man working at Dollar General rise to the point that it's now getting a spotlight alongside time-honored franchises like Final Fantasy and God of War. And not only getting spotlight alongside them, getting more views than nearly everything else in that showcase. That's awesome. Well done, Scott. Really, really well deserved. Now, based on the trailer, it looks like we'll be trapped inside of a Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaplex, playing a life or death game of hide and seek against a killer. And it's that killer, Vanny, that I really want to dive into today. She's teased twice in the trailer, once via a bunny-shaped shadow in the opening sequence, and again as the final jump scare. Now, we've suspected for a while that she's coming via teaser images on Scott's website, merch leaks, Easter eggs hidden throughout FNAF VR, all things that I've covered before in past theories. But the thing I wanted to look closer at today is her backstory and her relationship to Glitchtrap. Because even though this game hasn't come out yet, and we honestly don't know when it's coming out, we do already know a ton about this new character. In fact, true to Scott's style of storytelling, we probably won't get that much of a backstory for Vanny in this new game. I don't know if you've noticed this about Scott's games, but important story bits tend to happen around the games rather than in the games. Let me explain with an example. In Sister Location, we end with Baby being a part of Ennard, and if you get the super secret ending, you see that she gets puked up into a sewer. Fast forward to FNAF 6, and there's suddenly two separate entities again, Scrap Baby and Molten Freddy. To 99.9% of the players, you would have no idea how or why that would have happened. And I can't blame them, because the only way you would know that Baby got voted out of the Ennard tribe was via the source code on Scott's website, as well as a separate standalone site, FNAFworld.com. Just goes to show that when you're talking about FNAF, the game never really stops. And the thing is, I think Vanny is already getting treated this same way. The information about her, what is now getting her to kill, the big twist reveal about Vanny's true nature has already been laid out for us, if you're paying attention to all parts of the FNAF universe. So if, unlike me, you don't have time to keep track of the 12 games, 9 books, dozens of ports, hundreds of toys, and a moon-faced animatronic and a pizza tree, well, that's why I'm here. Because all the pieces are out there in place for us, and now we're going to be putting them back together to understand the true backstory of Vanny, the killer bunny, Purple Guy 2.0, before Security Breach comes out. Recently, the game FNAF Help Wanted got itself a mobile port. Big whoop, right? We've already seen this game 2 other times before, once in VR and again in a flat console port. Don't get me wrong, love this game, probably my favorite game of the franchise, but still, Scott, you ain't getting me to buy this for a 3rd time. He totally got me to buy it a 3rd time. So because this is a mobile port, a lot of the game has been stripped away. Gone is the intro sequence, gone are some of the game modes, but most notably gone are the hidden cassette tapes that tell the story of Help Wanted's failed development. Now, if you remember back to a year ago, collecting all 16 of those hidden tapes in the original game inadvertently assembled our latest villain, Glitchtrap, piece by piece, and once fully together, he was able to capture us in the game and presumably escape back out into the real world. That's all gone now in the mobile version. In its place, though, maybe something better. Immediately upon opening up the game, it becomes clear that this mobile port is more broken than FNAF World 1.0. Got textures glitching out in both the main hub and in the various minigames. Now, obviously, these are intentional effects, and by zooming in and tapping on them repeatedly, honestly, I can't say exactly what I did to do it. I just was there a long time pounding away at my screen. The screen eventually fades to black, and suddenly you're presented with everyone's favorite part of the series, an 8-bit minigame with rudimentary gameplay steeped in symbolic lore.
Yay.
Okay, it's actually more like 16-bit at this point, but still. We're told that this game is called Princess Quest, with you playing as a little girl lighting torches to unlock doors and running away from glitching bunny people. Glitching bunnies, you say? After making your way through a ruined castle and cemetery, you eventually unlock a long corridor that leads to a final lantern and, no points if you guessed it, Glitchtrap himself. The screen goes dark and suddenly you're taken back to the game's main hub. Now, this seems fairly self-explanatory, right? It's a reference to Glitchtrap in a game that had to eliminate him due to size constraints. But it's the details here that really matter. Not counting the torches in front of the 6 gravestones, which are very clearly references to the original 5 missing children plus the child who possesses the puppet, there are 16 torches in total for the princess to light. This isn't a coincidence. It perfectly lines up with the 16 cassette tapes that you had to collect in the original Help Wanted in order to release Glitchtrap. In fact, Glitchtrap only appears once the 16th one is lit, further cementing that connection. But where things get really interesting is when you decode what Glitchtrap is saying. As the game ends, there's clearly a dialogue box along the bottom containing weird glitching text, but you'll notice that the patterns aren't random. Some shapes actually repeat themselves. These right here and these right here. It's actually a letter substitution code that spells out everyone's favorite phrase from the game.
I always come back.
And taking it all one step further, we can actually extract the audio from this moment.
I can hear it,
do some audio trickery. By doubling the speed and then reversing it, we get this. I always come back, let me out. So in essence, Princess Quest is showing us a recreation of the events from the original Help Wanted. This does a couple of things for us. First, it basically proves 100% that this is, in fact, William Afton's spirit and not some sort of AI or code meant to replicate him. It is him through and through. Dude wasn't lying when he said he always comes back. He's got more lives than Jason Voorhees. He's also got himself a solid understanding of brand consistency. Afton always comes back. Secondly, though, what Princess Quest is doing is confirming for us the origin story of our new killer, Vanny, Vanessa. In the original game, the fate of Tape Girl was unclear because she sometimes encouraged us to collect the tapes and sometimes didn't. But here we get clarity on the whole story. Vanny is the princess with the lantern. She collects all the tapes, pieces, whatever, and gets taken over by Glitchtrap. This all confirms what we were speculating about before with Vanny in a previous theory from a year ago, that a young woman named Vanessa, Vanny for short, would be taken over by Afton to kill in his name, brainwashed or partially controlled by a spirit living inside of her.
Yes, I hear you. I know. No. There's no miscommunication.
There's also a similar conversation currently hidden in the source code of Scott's website, except here you see both sides of the conversation. Stay the course.
I will.
Focus on my voice.
I will.
Don't let anyone lead you astray.
I won't.
Have you selected one?
I have.
The one that seems to be selected is Gregory from the new game's trailer.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
So, is that it? Just a recap of a lot of information we already knew? Are we just left to speculate about the rest until Security Breach finally comes out? Well, no. You see, in the last year, there's been one final source of information about Vanny, and it's a big one. A game that I've largely ignored up until now, FNAF's augmented reality game, Special Delivery. If you haven't heard about this one, basically the concept is that animatronics get shipped to your home so you'll have yourself some new friends. Because let's be honest, fighting for your life against a malfunctioning robot is probably still better than trying to hold a normal conversation with a living, breathing human being. I think I've been dancing around this one just because the possible canonicity of characters like Shamrock, Freddy, Liberty, Chica, and Clown Springtrap makes me have a nervous breakdown. But questionable lore implications of flamethrower bear endo aside, this game has been seeding us more info over the entire last year about the history of Vanny and Glitchtrap, and it requires us to do one of the scariest tasks any FNAF game has ever required: reading emails. You see, the game will occasionally share you emails that aren't intended for your eyes. On one side, we have ourselves the story of a company working on behalf of Fazbear Entertainment to disassemble old animatronics and scan their circuit boards into their computer system. And, just like Tape Girl warned us about back in FNAF VR, this causes a virus to spread through the system. Quote from those emails, "Turns out that wasn't a glitch. We released a virus when we scanned that last circuit board. It's spreading really fast. We're gonna need all hands on deck." New email. "Hey Jim, just checking in. I emailed you earlier this week about a virus caused by one of your circuit boards, which is currently spreading throughout our system and causing serious problems. Please contact me ASAP. Thanks, best, Steve." So that is our Glitchtrap origin story. And to me, it's especially interesting because I think it helps explain something that dates all the way back to FNAF 3. Recently in the series, we've learned that the FNAF games are canon in the games. Now, that's a really confusing sentence, so let me explain. In both FNAF VR and the Fazbear Frights books, it's confirmed that the urban legends about murders happening at Freddy's restaurants are mainstream enough to have gotten some video game spin-offs. Not necessarily the FNAF games that we know, and certainly not FNAF World, since everyone, including Scott, wants to forget that one, but games inspired by the legends of the pizzeria. In FNAF VR, in fact, we're told that they were made by Fazbear Entertainment as a cover-up.
Fazbear Entertainment hired the game developer. Those indie games were designed to conceal and make light of what happened. This isn't just an attempt to rebrand. It's an elaborate cover-up.
And looking back on it, I believe that we've seen those games. I think we've played those games. They're the 8-bit minigames from FNAF 3, Mangle's Quest, BB's Air Adventure, Chica's Party, and Stage 01. Heck, they might even include the Take Cake, Give Gifts, etc. minigames from FNAF 2. Those are the games being referenced in the games. I mean, they even have those sorts of cheesy titles that would come with cheap Atari-style games of that era. And how do we know all of this, and why am I talking about it now? Because of Glitch Trap. It's easy to forget, but the last minigame that you have to play in FNAF 3 features a glitched out bunny hopping, I didn't even mean to put the pun there, hopping between the various minigames. This is the first appearance of Glitch Trap. It's Afton's spirit trapped inside the circuit boards of these retro games looking for an escape. An escape that doesn't actually get realized until he's scanned into a new modern computer system meant to produce FNAF VR. Now, admittedly, this is a bit confusing when it comes to the timeline. We know Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was founded in 1983, as we see from the VR coins in Help Wanted. In FNAF 1, Phone Guy tells us that the animatronics have been around for 20 years. That puts FNAF 1 in 2003, not 1993 like I previously thought. And based on the official description for FNAF 3, Fazbear's Fright and the discovery of Springtrap all happened 30 years after the closure of Freddy's, making that one roughly 2033. Now, we have no idea when and how Afton got a piece of his soul into the circuit boards, probably via his extreme agony at getting spring-locked. But if this company is literally opening animatronic suits sent from Fazbear Entertainment and scanning the boards as implied by the emails, are we assuming that they opened up the Springtrap suit, completely ignored the dead body inside, and scanned it? Just doesn't seem likely to me. Is Fazbear Entertainment rescuing the board after he was burned to death in FNAF 6? It's just odd. This is why I don't like to talk timeline with this series anymore. To me, the simplest solution here is that William Afton's soul is just in multiple places at once, split like a Harry Potter Horcrux, only instead of swords and scars, he's split between suits and circuit boards. And one of those iterations is Glitch Trap, stuck in the various games' codes until he's eventually released. But reminding all the way back to FNAF Special Delivery, there's a separate and related story happening in the secret inbox between Lewis and his fellow employee, Ness. Ness, as in Vanessa. It's Vanny again, my friends. Here we see a series of emails where Ness is acting weird, and Lewis, the IT guy, is honestly acting weirder because he's creeping on Ness. Here's a few highlights from these emails. Hey Ness, it's no big deal, but I wanted to reach out off the radar and remind you about the company policy about personal internet usage. Certain words and phrases trigger red flag reports, so your last order got automatically sent to me. Basically, anything mentioning torture is gonna raise the alarm. If you have any questions about the policy, let me know. We could even get coffee or something and go over all the words to avoid. And now I've raised my own red flag. Good thing I'm the one who gets the notification. Smiley, Lewis. Hey Ness, I wanted to see if you're doing okay. I appreciate your taking my advice about red flag search terms. If I thought I'd have to file an incident report on you, I think I'd just have to quit instead. I was a little worried maybe something is going on with you. One day you're researching flowers and the migration pattern of bees. Fascinating, right? And the next day you type in, how far can a human being be cut in half before losing consciousness? I figured maybe you're writing a screenplay or something. Always here if you need me, Lewis. Hey, Ness. So the word compliance by itself isn't gonna set off any red flags, but the sentence, how to induce compliance in human subjects and how to induce self-compliance did actually get my attention. I think the answer might involve chocolate chip cookies. Always works for me. I also thought it was strange that these were immediately followed by searches that couldn't possibly have any relevant answers for you. Did you search for help by itself? Anyway, my offer still stands if you want to go over the company policy. I'm free any day after work. We could grab dinner or coffee if you want, Lewis. Oh, Lewis, when you say stuff like that, it makes me
a sad panda.
But HR violations aside, these conversations tell us a lot about Vanny's mental state. She is sharing control of herself with Glitch Trap. That's why we get references to her searching the internet for help. It's part of her psyche crying out for anything, anyone who can save her, anything that'll provide an escape. It's also why it's so important that Lewis calls out the searches for inducing compliance in human subjects and inducing self-compliance. That is Glitch Trap, searching for a way to gain complete control over Vanny, over her psyche. This further confirms something that we talked about in my last theory on Vanny. In that episode, we talked about how she's a reluctant follower, that Afton isn't in complete control. On Scott's Voices.com page, where he tends to hire out actors for the various vocal roles in the game, Vanny's listing was for a character named Reluctant Follower. So this woman is clearly a devotee, brainwashed or controlled by Afton to an extent, but a part of her is actively fighting back, hesitant to do what he asks, which makes me think that in Security Breach, we may be able to save or redeem her. In fact, knowing that may help us out with the gameplay. Maybe it's a secret or a true ending condition. That, my friends, is what I believe to be the big twist that awaits us in Security Breach.
Okay.
Wait, as I finish this video,
Oh,
of
okay.
course,
Never mind.
new statues just dropped with important lore reveals, so let's just talk about these real fast. With Gregory hiding inside of Freddy, definitely looks like my idea about gameplay being a version of hide and seek is absolutely confirmed, or maybe Gregory is just piloting an 80s era bear-shaped Gundam suit. Either way, I am totally living for it. As for the other statue that just dropped, looks like Vanny is gonna be taking a page out of the Afton playbook, the classic security guard by day and serial killer at night. Old habits die hard, I guess, but in Vanny's case, here's my question. Is she gonna remember it? My guess is no. I think it's gonna be a classic case of Jekyll and Hyde. But who knows? I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what it is. I hear that some big things are coming to this franchise before the end of the year, and I'm not just talking about all that cool new merch we dropped, which, as one last reminder, is all available right below this video. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Oh man. Hey Glitch Trap. You know, I think the game's gonna be released in December, hopefully, because it's been a while since we saw a FNAF game, you know, official FNAF game. And I didn't see about the statue. I think in the end, wasn't a statue, but I think like or something, which Gregory apparently. I think we see Gregory name in the trailer. I think if I'm not mistaken, and then there is some voice there. Because I'm assuming that it was his father back when in the trailer, but apparently maybe it's not his father. Maybe it's one of the animatronic. I don't know. We'll see, guys. Okay, just a theory. And apparently MatPat does predict there's gonna be a hide and seek game in that big place with that giant graphic right there. I'm in, man. You know, I just hope that it was free roaming. You know, but it's probably just gonna be like, you know, you go to one place, you like using your mouse, and then you click to this place. You know, Gregory go to that place to hide, and then maybe Vanny will walk in the hallway or something. And then when you think it's safe, and then you get out, go to the next place, and then maybe get to where your, I guess, save point was. You know, that's what I'm getting. But I don't know. I just hope that it will be free roam. You know, that you have to run away from Vanny in some capacity, and then you need to hide in some of the animatronic, because the FNAF VR, like they kind of did this a little bit. You could say that. Well, a little bit, but in this one, I just really hope that we get to finally see a real life, it wasn't real life, but like a much more free roaming FNAF game. You know, I just think that could be awesome, but I don't know. It could just be like, you know, we just use our mouse to move the characters. You know, like clicking to one place, and then the character move to that place, and then we go out, and then click to the other place to hide from Vanny. You know, I'm assuming that's probably gonna be the mechanic, but I just hope that it was free roaming, because, you know, the place that we saw in the trailer looks very cool, right, guys? If you guys can agree on that. But either way, not a bad prediction in my opinion, but the twist for By MatPat here for the FNAF Security Breach, that in the end maybe we can redeem Vanny, you know, if that's actually the case. And apparently the female security guard there, apparently there was Vanny. I didn't know that, you know. The information is probably out for a while, but then again, guys, I don't exactly follow every single detail for the finals for this game. I'm just here to see the game theory video, just to catch up on it, because there is so many things going on, you know, on the FNAF game and lore and story and the timeline. Jeez, you know, even MatPat was really tired talking about the timeline. I was like, yeah, man, I'm so tired about talking about the timeline. But hey, you brought back FNAF 3 to this theory, and then you brought back that the glitching Bonnie, the glitching you know, rabbit, you could say, in the FNAF 3 mini game. Apparently that was glitch trap first appearance, which is wow. You know, kind of make me think that does Scott Cawthon plan all these things since FNAF 3, or just gonna be like one of those coincidences, you could say that. And then MatPat looking back, then it was like, hey, you know, this could be glitch trap or something, or it was confirmed. I don't know. That kind of got me a feeling that it could be, you know, Scott actually planned all this since FNAF 3, but then again, I don't know. You know, it's probably too far to just say that he planned this all along. But he could be. He's Scott Cawthon, you know. And the story for FNAF is pretty much crazy at this point. And I'm not saying I lost interest on it, but I pretty much really excited to see what the new story was. And I'm really curious to see Vanessa and Vanny obviously in the game. Which like my pet says, it's not gonna be completely like an exposition on the game, because it's a FNAF game, guys. You know, it's never been an exposition on the FNAF game ever. Except you could say FNAF 6 in the ending there is a little bit of exposition there, but at the same time there is still a lot of theory to be made in that game, you know. And I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen in this one. It seems like there is not gonna be a lot more there is not gonna be an exposition on, you know, this security breach game, but there's gonna be some hidden lore, hidden Easter egg, or hidden clue for the story, obviously, which is a FNAF type of stuff which we already know, and I'm completely fine by that. And I'm probably just gonna let MatPat to just figuring out the story, and then I just watch each video just to catch up to the story, because again, I'm really interested on the story. Even though, like I said before, I didn't really make my own theory on it, because there is just so much going on the story and the lore. So I just, you know, I just let it to MatPat do the work. And you know, I trust him, even though it's just a theory, but I like to believe it. You know, is it gonna be true, is it gonna be false? Well, we'll see what's gonna happen, but it's definitely fun to see what MatPat thoughts about the FNAF game. And then and of course in December 1st or something like that, or December 10th, I think. Well, it just basically on December, MatPat is planning to do the charity live stream for St. Jude Hospital, which is really good. He does this before, I think, to the St. Jude Hospital, which is the hospital who have to help kids with cancer, which is pretty cool. And I think the hospital himself is trying to find a cure for cancer, or that's the research on cancer, maybe finding a way to cure it, obviously. I just really hope that live stream can be successful. There is no, like, you know, hopefully it doesn't fail or just go out of control, you know, because this was live stream. Sometimes live stream can be planned, and then when you actually execute that live stream, it doesn't really go that well. So I really hope that this live stream right here that MatPat does announce, I really hope that it does go well, and then I really hope that they can reach their goal and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, guys, so that was the game theory video. There is a lot of stuff to talk about on that one, obviously. About Vanny or Vanessa, you could say. Apparently he was the tape girl, and he was from the FNAF AR, which again, I don't really follow the FNAF AR. I'm sorry for that, because he seems like just like a guy sitting in a room with a phone, you know, just like that. And it doesn't really interest me that much. But I do notice that the email was there. But I mean, I watched Daco video. I don't exactly download the game on my phone, guys, just to be clear. But I did watch several Daco video, and then Daco does mention some of the email, but I don't really pay attention to the Louis email. I don't think I read that somewhere. So apparently Louis seems pretty disturbing, you could say that. But Vanessa is just, I mean, just disturbing, in because Glycera was trying to control her, Vanessa. And I really hope that the twist ending in the security breach game, I really hope that we can save Vanessa somehow, or Vanny, whatever you want to call her. I wish we can save her somehow, you know. I wish that's actually the case for the game, and then, you know, it's gonna be a twist somehow in the game. But we'll see what happens. And that was MatPat prediction. I want that to happen, but we'll see what's gonna happen in the game soon when it was gonna be released. And I keep saying it's gonna be December, but we'll see what's gonna happen. Can I play the game on my PC? I don't know. We just have to wait and see. Hopefully I can, but yeah, we have to wait and see about all of this gonna play out. You know, the story, the security breach game, which I really can't wait when it's gonna be released. Obviously, I think it's gonna be awesome, and just really can't wait to see what MatPat thoughts about the story after the security breach was released. You know, what hidden clue there that the game can provide. We just have to wait and see. You know, I'm definitely excited for the FNAF Security Breach. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video, guys. Again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this theory right here. Do you guys think that in the game that we can maybe we can save Vanny or Vanessa in the game, or do you guys think that you know, it could be the if you guys have any your own you know theory video or your twists in the Security Breach game, then if you want to, you can share them in the comment section below. I like to read them, because I think this Security Breach game, it could be an interesting game, you could say that, because apparently Vanny is gonna be some interesting characters, even though we does learn a lot about her in this game theory video, obviously. But I really can't wait to see her in the Security Breach game, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to avoid her and we're playing as Gregory, as some wasn't as some capacity, but I think we're going to play as Gregory, the main characters, and we have to wait and see, Again, let me know your opinions in the comment section below. What do you guys think about the theory? You have your own theory, then you can share them in the comment section below if you want to. And if you guys wants to watch the original video, then I will leave a link in the description below. As always, make sure to check Game Theory's channel. I will leave the channel's link in the description below, because again, subscribe to Game Theory, because MatPat is just being consistent with this FNAF Game Theory video. It was really entertaining to watch him, and just MatPat is just a nice guy in general. I'm really glad that we have the guy that actually really nice and really smart to analyze this this entire Final Freddy's theory, because you gotta be honest, like the reason why I'm really interested on the FNAF lore is because MatPat because MatPat is just making this Game Theory video, and it's just interests me a lot of the time. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can actually agree on that. Like without MatPat, I don't think the FNAF community can grow that big, because you gotta say MatPat does help a lot with growing the community, because his theory on the lore and the story just really awesome, So again, support him, go to his channel. The channel's link is gonna be in the description below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Share this video to friends or family, the usual. And if you guys decide to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys can get notified when I'm gonna upload the next video. And I want to say thank you for everybody who subscribed to this channel, who show support to this channel, guys. I really appreciate it, guys. And I think the next video is gonna be me reacting to the Abyss 119 series. Again, he released episode 11, I think, and then it's gonna be the next video is gonna be KDSFM and Mackenzie work on the Freddy Fazbear show, which is I think they created 4 episodes on that, which I found a place on KDSFM channel, and he said that if you want to check it out, then you can check it out. And I was like, well, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Why not? So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. And again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this theory video. I really can't wait to see the security breach whenever it's gonna come out. Hopefully this December, but we'll see what's gonna happen. And again, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.